generate revenue through Facebook monetization. This network was built to shine a spotlight on our amazing local athletes without asking for donations or taking money from youth sports sponsorships. Our goal is to keep coverage free and to keep your money in the programs that need it most, the youth programs. So if you believe in what we're doing, tap that like button, drop a comment, and share our post with your friends. It's totally free, and it makes a real difference. All right, welcome to the Beaver County Softball Network. My name is Bill Littler, and I will be announcing the game for you today. Looks like we're going to get started here. This is the second game that we're streaming today. Trying to get some field sound on here. All right, first pitch is to short, and she gets the throw, but is not in time, and that will go in as a infield single. You can see that shortstop made a play, but she kind of lost her balance. Took a couple extra steps. You can't afford to do that with slappers. All right, so we got a runner on first base. Nobody out. I believe it was the first pitch. Stolen base attempt. No, she stopped. Just took an aggressive lead. It is hot out here. I'm surprised my cameras are still working because of the heat. There's a bunt. Third makes the play. Throws it, and first made a nice play to hold on to that ball, and heads up base running, gets a runner on third. No one was on third base. Good hustling on the bases there. Aggressive base running. Gotta love it. There's one out. There's a foul ball out of play. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on the batter. Missed high. There's a foul ball. Missed high. Two is the count. Full count. Runner is on third base. 1 out. It's a hard hit. Third makes the play. It gets the out at first. That's a nice play there. She held the runner at third, which is a plus. It's a hard hit. So that's 2 outs now. Runner still on third base. That's a drive. It's going to be a foul. It's a nice swing. A little bit ahead of it. Just sit back on that ball and wait for it to get through that zone. There's a hit up to second, and she's going to make the play at first to get out of the inning. So, we'll be back at the bottom half of the first with no score. Looking for great sports cards and even greater cause? Check out BCSN Investors on eBay. Shop vintage legends, rookies, autos, and inserts. 6 new cards daily, all ungraded and priced right. And every Friday through Sunday, get 30% off all cards listed over 7 days. No code, no hassle, just savings. Follow our store to unlock weekend deals. When you buy from BCSN Investors, you're an investor in BCSN, a network for girls who play softball. Great cards, great cause. Shop now at ebay.bcsoftballnetwork.com. Okay, we're back, bottom half of the first inning, and this will be actually, I just noticed I have the wrong teams up. This is South Hills Elite. So let me change the name so we're This is South Hills Elite. There you go. Actually, I'm just going to put in South Hills since it's too big. It's a pop. When the sun's beating on it. Shown bunt. No, she pulls back. And the base runner's going to steal the second. I think it was a fake bunt steal. Catcher couldn't handle the ball, so she got a easy steal. Foul ball. Sorry if you hear wind, it's the fan. It's trying to cool me off. This heat's crazy out here. That's in play. Pop up to the pitcher. That'll be the first out. Runner still on second base. Kind of an easy play there. What are we doing? I don't know what that discussion was about. It's kind of I always sit in the outfield because I'm out of the way, and sometimes it's hard to really know what's going on. There's a stolen base attempt, collision at third, and obstruction is the call. So the defender cannot block that bag. And she did, so she will be called on obstruction, and the base runner will be safe. And there's going to be a discussion here, I think, with the coaches. Maybe they were checking to see if the player's okay. I think that's the shortstop that made that play. So it's tough when you're at short and you got to cover third. It's not easy to do, especially when they're showing bunt and your third baseman has to go cover the bunt. It makes it really tough for the shortstop to make that play. And a lot of times that's why the teams do a fake bunt steal there, because the shortstop's running, the third baseman isn't there, the shortstop has to cover, and it's just a tough play all around. And that throw was in the right spot, but it kind of the baseline, and that's when you get your obstruction call. We do have a runner on third. Showing bunt again, but strike zone missed. Hopefully I can be heard. Sounds like I can. There's the ball. Is that in play? It is, and there's not going to be a play. So you have runners on first and third on the corners. That's what is interesting with bunting. A lot of teams, I see a lot of teams that don't bunt. It blows my mind. You're really forcing the teams to make defensive plays, and that's when you make a lot of mistakes. So base runner is going to advance to second, so you have second and third with one out. There's another bunt attempt. See, the South Hills elite team seems to be someone who likes to bunt a lot, which is really part of the game. And I know Anthony Ross from Valley Rage, he likes to bunt. Got to move those runners. She missed that one. The umpire's talking to somebody. I don't know if one of the coaches are talking too much. Might be a parent. He knows what's going on. I think it was a parent. I think he just kicked out a parent. I don't know who it was, but he told him to take a walk, and he did. Sometimes parents get carried away. There's a nice hit. It's going to be over the head of the left fielder. It's going to score 2. And she got a 2-run RBI, or 2-run double. Nice hit. So that puts runs on the board. So we have South Hills Elite taking the lead 2-0. And they have a runner on second base. 1 out. And 1 less parent in the stands. I actually don't know what team that parent, or that parent was from. But there's now an empty seat in the stands. It's a hit. It gets through. And it's going to score another run. And she's going to advance to second on the throw. So she'll have an RBI single. And South Hills Elite is up 3-0. Still with one out. Called strike. Another called strike. And we just have a ball in the field. Almost hit me. There's a ball up in the air. Kind of in danger zone over here. That ball's high. That ball's in play. I know it's going to be a foul off her foot. Trying to see, we have one out. Runner on second base. There were 3 foul balls in a row that came real close to me, so now I'm watching till this girl gets out. That's all I need is to get hit in the head with a ball. She's still fouling balls off. It's a long at bat too. There's a swing and a miss. That's a hit. Man, it's going to be foul. That was real close. Do a replay on it. It's down the line. And left fielder was on it, but it was out of play. Or foul. Just foul. That's a hard hit up the middle. And they're going to split the runners. So they have runners on first and third. That was blistered up the middle. Still with one out. South Hills Elite, they're really hitting the ball here. Pickoff attempt. Base runner will advance to second, so you have runners second and third with one out. Foul ball. And that's going to score a run. Kick past that catcher. And she tried to block it. She just needs to get out there quicker. Got to read that ball better. So it does score another run. So South Hills Elite is up 4-0 now. Runner on third base with 1 out. It's getting hotter by the minute. Again, I'm surprised my equipment's all kind of dealing with this heat. It's encouraging. There's another ball that gets past the catcher. No one advances on that one. You got to work on blocking. Called strike. That's a hard hit. That's going to be fair down the line. It's going to score another run. And she's going to get 2. And we have time. I don't know if we're going to be switching pitchers, but that increases the lead to 5. I just dumped my fan. And so we have a 5-0 lead now for South Hills Elite. All right, I'm going to take a minute to ask you to subscribe to the network. You can see 80% of you watching are not subscribed, so please subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and it's helps us grow as a network. And also watch as much as you can on our network. The more watch hours we get, the closer we get to being monetized on YouTube, which is what our ultimate goal is, to be self-funded through social media. At least that's the plan. And here we go. Another hard hit. Oops, wrong button. And they're going to get the out at first. Runner advanced to third, but she wasn't running very hard. It's kind of odd to see that. There are 2 outs now. And the runner is on third base. It's a hard hit to the right side, and that's exactly what you wanted to do. Score that run. It'll make it 6-0 South Hills. Still in the bottom half of the first inning. And here we go. Nice block by the catcher. Runner advanced to second, I believe. I wasn't watching on that one. Another nice block by the catcher. Foul ball. Two-two's the count. There's a pop-up. And it's going to be caught by a catcher. I'll do a replay, but I missed it. And that'll get Rage out of this inning. But South Hill scores 6 runs, so they're up 6-0 after one. We'll be back here with the second inning. Want to help support the Beaver County Softball Network without spending a dime? It's easier than you think. Every like, comment, and share on our Facebook content helps generate revenue through Facebook monetization. This network was built to shine a spotlight on our amazing local athletes without asking for donations or taking money from youth sports sponsorships. Our goal is to keep coverage free and to keep your money in the programs that need it most, the youth programs. So if you believe in what we're doing, tap that like button, drop a comment, and share our post with your friends. It's totally free, and it makes a real difference. All right, we're back. Still hot out here. I don't have a hat on. I'm going to be burnt. I should have prepared better. Oh well. It's 88 degrees out. It is hot. It says it feels like 88. It feels like 88. I guess it feels like 88. All right. Here we go. Rage has some work to do. They got to score at the top of the second inning. And South Hills had a huge bottom of the first. Miss Low again, 2-0. That's what you need. You need base runners. Foul ball. Called strike. 2-2 is the count on Pinchatti. These girls are high school players. I think they were all freshmen last year. Some of them might be sophomores. But I remember some of these girls during the high school season. There's a foul ball. I did see a college out here recruiting. I don't know who it was, though. It wasn't someone who I was familiar with. There's a foul ball. This is only Rage's fifth batter, so they really haven't had many at-bats this game. It seems like this game was a long time, but a lot of that is because of South Hills had a really long inning. Missed low. It's going to be ball 4. There's a lot of speed on first base here, so we may see a stolen base. It looks like my camera froze. I finally came down to heat. There, it's back. Runner stayed put at first. I thought maybe she would steal. There's a foul ball. The equipment sometimes is tough in this heat. Overheats too easy, then you have a lot of times it freezes or just shuts off automatically. Like I've said this before, I don't understand why these camera companies make these cameras black. Every one of them is black. It just sucks in the heat. All right, here we go. Umpire needed to dust the plate off. There's a swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3. That'll be the first out. Missed inside. Missed inside again. 2-no's count. Missed inside. 3-0. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. We have a full count now. Another swing and a miss. 3 strikes, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Way to battle back. So that's 2 outs now. Runner's still on first base. Miss low. This runner on first is fast. I wonder why they're not sending her. A couple low pitches, she can judge it and go. It's a tough play. I mean, they are down by 6, so I guess they're being conservative. Called strike. Foul ball. How to play. Two balls and 2 strikes to call. There's a hit. It's going to fall for a single. Runners stay, so they have runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. Called strike. Out of play. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3, and we'll be back with the bottom half of the second inning with South Hills up big, 6-0. We'll be right back. Looking for great sports cards and even greater cause? Check out BCSN Investors on eBay. Shop vintage legends, rookies, autos, and inserts. 6 new cards daily, all ungraded and priced right. And every Friday through Sunday, get 30% off all cards listed over 7 days. No code, no hassle, just savings. Follow our store to unlock weekend deals. When you buy from BCSN Investors, you're an investor in BCSN, a network for girls who play softball. Great cards, great cause. Shop now at ebay.bcsoftballnetwork.com. All right, we're back. Looks like we're still waiting for players, but this is it the bottom of the second? It is. It feels like game's been playing for 6 innings already. So yeah, it's the bottom of the second. That first inning with South Hills was just a long one. It just really drug this game along. It's actually getting close to, I guess time-wise we're about halfway through. Maybe a little less than halfway. Not sure what's going on. I think we're waiting for the catcher for Rage. She might have been one of the girls on base. And she's still not ready. I'm sure the umpire's only going to give her a couple pitches and then he's going to get going. He only gave her 1 pitch. That's what happens when you're slow to the field. All right, and here comes the first batter for South Hills. I think I saw number 9. Slapper. I'm partial to slappers. My daughter slaps with Youngstown State, so I'm kind of a fan of slapping. I understand the game behind it. It's pretty fun when you know it. Uh-oh, I think she was attacked by a bug. Missed outside. So we got 2 balls and 1 strike, I believe. That is going to be hit to third, and it's going to be a tough play. At this age, if you're hitting that and you have any kind of speed, you're a really tough out. This is kind of like when my daughter peaked in travel. Her 14U year was a lot of fun. She was almost an impossible out. There's a stolen base, and she's going to be safe. Then typically what happens is defense starts improving and catching up. So they do better defending this as the girls get older. But 14, the defense is still not where it needs to be, and a good slapper can really take advantage of that. And she's going to steal third. Pump fake again. It's that play whenever the batter shows bunt. The third baseman crashes after that bunt and leaves third base wide open. There's a nice bunt. Going to get the out, and the run is going to score. I'm surprised that base runner on third didn't break quicker. She should have, as soon as that ball was on the ground, she should have ran. There's no reason to wait. They did get the out, though. Nice play to get the out, but it gave up a run. Makes it 7-0, South Hills. Yeah, anything. When you're on third and anything on the ground hit to the right side, unless it's directly to the first baseman, and even then, they're getting that out. They don't care about that runner on third, unless it's like, the end of the game or whatever. So base runner, you got to know that. Whew, it's hot. Is that a foul ball? Miss low. Low inside. And that's going to be ball 4. I don't think the batter realized it. So that'll be a base runner for South Hills. There is 1 out on them. Sack bunt, score a run. 7-0 is the lead for South Hills. Not sure of the mercy rules either here. I don't think there's anything in the second inning though. They'd have to play at least 3, I would guess. There's a foul ball. Field. Time is called. There's a foul ball. And here we go. We have another girl's fouling everything off. Nice. All right, so that's 2 outs. Runner still on first base. Time is going to be called. That kind of stings when that happens. Coaches are going to talk to her, so it'll take a minute. Instant replay, so every I do, it saves a clip, and what I do at the end or later in the night, maybe today or tomorrow, I'll put all those clips in one video, so it's kind of a neat way to watch the game in its entirety. It gives you a good idea of what happened. It doesn't really take that long to watch. It's pretty cool. All right, what are we doing here? Changing catchers? Looks like we're going to make a change. That must have shook her up a little bit. That hit. All right, I'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Want to help support the Beaver County Softball Network without spending a dime? It's easier than you think. Every like, comment, and share on our Facebook content helps generate revenue through Facebook monetization. This network was built to shine a spotlight on our amazing local athletes without asking for donations or taking money from youth sports sponsorships. Our goal is to keep coverage free and to keep your money in the programs that need it most, the youth programs. So if you believe in what we're doing, tap that like button, drop a comment, and share our post with your friends. It's totally free, and it makes a real difference. All right, I think they're changing catchers, so they're going to have to switch the gear up. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that really shook up the catcher who actually took a foul ball off the mask. That shakes you up sometimes. I know I umpired a couple years, and it when you take one off the mask, it really stuns you. All right, looks like we're going to get started here. There's a ball in play, and it's going to be caught by a second. That's a nice play there. And that'll end the inning. All right, we'll be back here after a short break. Looking for great sports cards and even greater cause? Check out BCSN Investors on eBay. Shop vintage legends, rookies, autos, and inserts. 6 new cards daily, all ungraded and priced right. And every Friday through Sunday, get 30% off all cards listed over 7 days. No code, no hassle, just savings. Follow our store to unlock weekend deals. When you buy from BCSN investors, you're an investor in BCSN, a network for girls who play softball. Great cards, great cause. Shop now at ebay.bcsoftballnetwork.com. All right, we are back. There was some discussion. I think the time could be up or maybe close to being up. And the umpire. Nah, I think there's still time left. I've only been streaming for 50 minutes, so there's still time left. I don't know what they were talking about. This has felt like a really long game. It's top of third. And I'm just not sure. I mean, it's just one of those games that just kind of drags on forever. So yeah, it's the top of the third with Rage down 7-0. And South Hills kind of did all their damage in the first inning. They scored 6 in the first and only 1 in the second. This is top of the third. Swing and miss. Yeah, Rage needs base runners bad. Swing and miss. Is that strike 3? It looks like it is. You can just tell this heat is just draining, taking energy out of these kids. You got to play in it, though. It's hard to keep your head in it when you're down 7-0, especially in this heat. Got to figure it out, though. Can't give up. It's tie. That's a fly ball in play. Nice try. I think it was the second baseman that made a nice play on that. That should have been the center fielder's ball. That's why you got to communicate out there. So I don't know. I mean, it looked deep enough where it should be the outfielder's ball, but... One of my straps broke on my chair. I'm getting ready to fall through it. That's going to be a tough play. It looked like it went to second, but I don't know if she was running to cover the bag and it opened up the hole over there. Not sure what happened there, but it definitely looked like the second baseman broke before the ball was hit. And then, of course, the batter put it in the right place. Same runners on first and second, and I don't think there's any outs. I might have to stand up. This chair's about to go. Foul ball. Missed high. Runners on first and second. It's South Hills has a huge lead, 7-0. Nice stop by the catcher. Running time is approaching an hour. So time is slowly going away. There's a foul ball. There's one out. I have no outs. So there's one out. Missed outside. I don't think the catcher agreed with that, but that looked outside to me. Catcher has to be careful. I don't know what she's saying, but she's questioning that strike zone. That isn't going to help her out any. There's a strike called. That'll be the first out. The catcher actually is not framing correctly. So that could be one of the reasons why that umpire isn't giving her that outside corner. You want to catch the outside of the ball, not the inside. Kind of want to catch around it so you can give your pitcher an inch. Framing is definitely a skill that you develop over time. It's not something you just do. That's another thing I see a lot of catchers do at young ages is they pull the ball like 6 inches over the strike zone. It's not what you want to do. You want to discreetly take an inch for your pitcher so you can potentially get a call. A lot of times if you move it that far, it perceives as being out of the strike zone, even if it isn't. Missed high. This catcher's good back here. She just needs to sharpen up some of her skills. Ball 4. So now bases are now loaded, but there are 2 outs. Miss low. There's a foul ball. Raging needs a big hit here. Missed low. I don't think the coach would be mad with a walk here either. Get a run, plus keep the bases loaded. There's a ball in play. And nice catch by the right fielder. Hopefully I caught that. She caught a nice over-the-shoulder catch. That could have been trouble. And let's see what we're doing here. It looks like we're going to play another inning. So here's something, I'll talk about this a little bit. I've been making video commercials, so I don't have to talk through these slides, but I didn't make one for this one yet. So this BCSN Investors is what I'm using to help fund this network. And I mentioned it in one of the older videos that I don't really want to take sponsorship money from these programs or from the local businesses, because they're budgeted to pay out for these youth programs, and they need the money more than I do. So I decided to fund this in other ways. The other thing too is I don't want to be committed to sponsors to, make sure that they're getting enough airtime and all that. So I just kind of did it myself. So that's why I created this BCSN Investors. I have one hobby, or another hobby, is collecting cards. So I'm selling off that collection, and as I do that, that money that I raise is going into the network. And then Etsy, I also create bag tags for the kids, as well as awards, so I can do plaques that are really nice. So we're going to get started here. And I also have a merch line, but I think I'm going to redo that. I'm going to rethink about that one. It's in play. And they get the outer first. Nice play. So that's one out. Oops, I have to reset the innings here. I just noticed I got sunburn on my leg. There's a nice hit, and just over the second baseman's head. So that'll be a base runner for South Hills Elite. First pitch is a ball low. Black four. And she's gonna steal. I hit the wrong button. It's a nice throw. Of course, I hit the wrong button, so we couldn't see it. That's a hard hit. it through, and they're going to stop the runner at third. So we had runners at corners with one out.
Black 67.
Called strike. Runner advances to second, unattested. Is that time? I think that's going to be time. So these are timed games, so it's an hour and 10-minute game times, and then I guess they finished the inning, and since South Hills was up, game over. So nice game for South Hills. Pitched a shutout, 1-7-0. I don't know if I'm going to stream any games tomorrow, but if I do, I'll be out here. If not, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.